Alright, ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome, and I am so excited to say this, but welcome to my first FM21 video. It is time, finally the beta has dropped about 10 minutes ago. I've downloaded it. As you can see, this is the first time of me starting it up. Of course, I'm gonna take you guys with me in the first few steps of launching this game. Let me see what we can do. So just creating an account, creating my manager, of course, favorite team. Who else is it gonna be? Oh wait, it doesn't work like that. Of course, it's gonna be Ajax. Let's not connect the social networks just yet. I do count myself as experienced, even though I won't say I'm good at the game. I would say I'm experienced. But here we go. This is the manager. Of course, let's take a look at the appearance. That is not what I look like at all. Let's change it to my date of birth. This is my actual date of birth, but if it's the same as in FM20, by the way, the manager looks beautiful, but if it's the same as in FM20, you need to be 34 at least to get a new gen as your son. So I'm gonna make myself 34, which would make this will be 30. So let's do it around 1984. We should be 36. Height is, oh, that's the wrong side about that. And let's do that in kilograms because I have no idea. Oh well, that's good. Just a little bit more. As I said, I am extremely excited. I'm as pill as they come because I don't go outside. I'm extremely excited for this game and for this save as well. The first time ever I'm gonna do a save with my favorite club, Ajax in Holland, of course. Really excited. I know the players. I know what to expect as well. Let's see if we can get something. No, not a soul patch. That's not what I wanted. Let's do it that. I'm very excited to finally manage my own team, so to say. Of course, last year I've managed FC Rapid in Romania. But this time for the beta save, I'm gonna do Ajax because I know the players, I know the way they can play, I know what they're good at, I know their strengths, I know their weaknesses. So that's always a good. Oh my god, this looks beautiful. But choosing my favorite team at the beginning of a new game is always a good start to see how the game has changed, to get a good grip on the changes, on how it's different than other games. So let's start a new game, let's start a career. As I said, it's gonna be the first time ever loading up this game. That's my favorite club, Ajax, of course. Luckily for me, all the logos in Holland are already in there. The two leagues are there. There are of course more leagues, but there have always been just two leagues in the base game, which obviously I'm using right now. There aren't any. At least I don't think there are any other leagues databases downloadable yet. So let's do a large database. Let's not load too many leagues either because it's only a beta save. Let's disable player attribute masking and prevent use of the in-game editor. I don't have it, but just to be sure, I'm going to show you guys prevent use of the in-game editor. And let's keep it like that. I think maybe add remove leagues. Do Belgium in there as well, and France and Switzerland. Why not? I don't know why Switzerland would be. Oh, you know what? Let's do Denmark as well. Ajax are pretty famous for having a lot of Danish players, so let's load up Denmark. I don't know why Switzerland had a star, but let's get it. Early preseason, of course, the 10th of August. Because of COVID-19, the early preseason is on a completely different date than it always was before, but I'm very excited. Let's go. And there we are. I just skipped the loading part because you guys don't care about that, of course. So that's the profile we're going to use. We made our manager 35 years old, of course, starting 3 days before my birthday. Let's use the profile. I'm going to do this, suggest the things on Ajax as well, and let's just keep it straight in the middle. Let's confirm. Let's not add another head coach. This is a cool feature. I really do like that, but nothing I'm going to use now. So there we are. Ajax hire me. Ajax has today confirmed the appointment of Roland Bos as the club's new head coach. Eyebrows have been raised in the world of soccer at the appointment of the 35-year-old who has recently spent time away from club soccer, and he is sure to face plenty of questions when he faces the media for the first time at the Johan Cruyff Arena. Boss has put pen to paper on a 3-year deal, so that's good, 3 years, worth $1 million per year, which is something I'm gonna have to change right away. He replaces previous head coach Erik ten Hag. Boss lacks the reputation of a title specialist, which, given the club's current ambitions, creates an intriguing dynamic as they intend to challenge for major honors, and they should as well because we're the biggest team in Holland, so we should win everything. So, of course, last year won the league, and well, probably 2 seasons ago, because last year, in season 1920, the league was cancelled. But we do enter the Champions League in the group stage. Let's go to the next page. The best 11 team report. So I love the new players. Kudus, Klaassen is back as well. Anthony, of course. I love this. I've waited for this for so long. And a lot of player faces as well, which is something I didn't expect. A lot. All of the first 11 have a player face in there, which I love completely. For the first time, I think, ever. There were always 1 or 2 players that didn't have their photo in there from the base game, so I always download a face pack. I probably will again either way, but cool to see that most of the faces are already in there. Here you can see the vision, play attacking soccer, develop players using the club's youth system, which is not a surprise at all, and play entertaining soccer, work within the payroll budget, win the league, and reach the first knockout round in the Champions League. And they're looking to sell the club. Alright, well, hopefully they'll keep me. Develop the best youth system in the country. Oh, we already have that, so that's done. Schedule press conference, let's not do that. Even though, of course, it's all new. You know what? Let's give it a try. And an intra squad friendly. And I've gotta say, I've saved the game. We're here at the first day of the new season, and I gotta say, guys, this looks absolutely beautiful. Of course, probably because it's a new game, it always looks better, but it does look amazing. I'm gonna be really short and sweet right now. I'm gonna meet you guys for the first game of the league, which is gonna be the 12th of September against RKC Waalwijk. And I'm just gonna show you guys by that time all the transfers, the friendly games as well, and everything in between. So I'll see you guys in a second. Meanwhile, while you're here, please drop a like and subscribe as well. If you're new around here, it would really, really mean a lot to me. And thank you guys for staying tuned. And I'll see you guys in a second. And there we are for the first competitive match of the season. Normally we would have a Super Cup, but because of what I said earlier, that last season was clarified null and void. There is no league winner and there's no cup winner, so there is no Super Cup either. So it's going to be a league game against RKC Waalwijk, who normally, if you don't know Dutch football, are towards the lower end of the table. So we should be able to win this. Before we get into the starting 11, let's not continue quite yet. Before we continue to the starting 11, of course we've had friendlies, so let's quickly take a look at that. We haven't lost a single one, so we beat our second team 3-0. We beat Telstar 3-0. We then drew 3 games back to back to back. We then beat Getafe, who knocked us out last year out of the Europa League. We beat them 2-1, so very happy with that. And we beat Vitesse 3-2 as well. So those were the friendlies. Not too much to that we can get from that quite yet. I mean, there are some good results, there are some bad results, like the 3 draws. We should have probably won all 3 of them. As I said, being the biggest team in the Netherlands, we should be beating other Dutch teams as well. But beating Getafe on the other side away from home is very good, so that's positive. But let's quickly just take a look at the transfers. There is in the new transfer window, you get a meeting where either you can say what positions you want to improve, or the staff can say what positions they want to improve. And I chose to let the staff say what they want to improve, what they think we should improve, and that's what I based my transfers on. First off, speaking about the staff, it's probably a bug in the game. Ajax started with 0 staff, so I had to get everybody in my own. So as you can see, we're still missing 1 head performance analyst, and other than that, I've gotten in everybody. So that took a very long time, longer than I wanted. But let's take a look at the transfers. Of course, these are transfers that were done in real life. First off, the outs, only one has happened. Yuri Geer, a young player, has gone out on loan to NEC in the second division, with playing time being a very important player. So that's the only out. So very happy with that. Very happy that he is going to get some game time, hopefully. So let's take a look at the players that we got in, who are probably more exciting to talk about right now. First off, we needed a striker because our other striker, Huntelaar, is getting older and he's not good enough, quite frankly. So we got in João Pedro from Watford, an 18-year-old Brazilian. He is said to be a winger, but he can play. Well, look at the stats. He can play pretty much anywhere except for the defense. But he can play at striker as well, and he looks to be really, really good. So only 18 years old as well. He is on a lot of money for an 18-year-old, but I think he's going to be very important for us in this season and the seasons to come as well. So very happy with that transfer. The other two positions were a left back and a center back. So only three transfers on, and I really think that with these three transfers we can win the league. Normally I would make probably about 10 transfers from which 7 players wouldn't get used and would get angry with me as well for not registering them for the Champions League. And I think we avoided that problem this time with only making 3 transfers. The second one being Alex Grimaldo, the left back from Benfica, a youth player of Barcelona as well. Look at those attributes. I mean, they said to me Tagliafico is a wanted player, and I know that, of course, in real life as well. So we needed a backup, and this guy came forward, and I thought, well, if we are gonna get a backup, we're gonna get one that's gonna be good enough to start as well. So Alex Grimaldo could easily replace Tagliafico if he were to leave the club, or if he were to get injured or anything like that. And last but not least, our center back, a German giant, Jonathan Tah. Of course, probably everybody knows him. I'm ecstatic that we got him in from Leverkusen. As you can see, valued at 23.5 million. He is on a lot of wages, on 75k a week. Let me see what Grimaldo was again, 80k a week. So both of them are our new 2 highest earning players, which probably is a risk. It is a risk, quite frankly, but I do think that they are good enough to make good on that risk and to make good on those wages as well. So that's pretty much everything. Other than that, of course you already saw this in the beginning of the episode. So let's just get into the starting 11. It is gonna be in goal Andre Onana, in the defense Mazraoui, Tah, Martinez and Tagliafico, Klaassen and Blind on the midfield, Neres, Tadic and Promes in front of them, and a striker is gonna be Huntelaar. He is gonna start. I do think he is able to score some goals, of course. Pedro on the bench, he's not really match fit quite yet. Huntelaar is, because he's played pretty much all of the friendlies. So I do want to bring on Pedro in the second half, or otherwise we would have Traore as well, who of course in real life a couple of weeks ago scored 5 and assisted 3 in the 13-0 win against Venlo, which is still insane if you think about it. But let's keep it like this for now. Of course, having the 12 subs and Brobbey as well on the bench, who's a striker, and Bonday can play a striker as well. And of course, Anthony on the bench. He isn't match fit yet, but he will be substituted on for Neres in the second half, I think, or maybe if somebody else gets injured for another player. But this is going to be the starting 11. Let's see what they can do against RKC Waalwijk. The first competitive game, Tony Warmerdam gets his number 76. So this is really cool as well. You can see players that have mixed feelings about the tactics and about certain instructions. So A players lack a tactical familiarity with the formation. Of course, that's to be expected in the first game of the season. And Bandai has been whining every single match that either one or another instruction doesn't fit his attributes, but you know, he's a sub anyway, so I'm not gonna take too much from that. And you get the opposition instructions here as well. So that's a really cool screen, and of course the teams are warming up, and what you saw in the preview videos that Football Manager dropped is this screen right here, the team sheet, which looks incredible. And I've got to say, I managed all of the friendlies myself, and the match engine looks beautiful as well. Of course, there were some bugs, but that is to be expected. The beta's just dropped. So here, the opposition instructions as well, going in strong on Ola John would be effective. So just click do it, and he does it for you. And let's go to the dressing room. Here, of course, as you saw, the newly improved, so to say, team talks. So let's put our hands on our hips and say, we are favorites for a reason. Go out there and make sure they're left in no doubt as why. Let's go to the tunnel. I've left the press conferences on for now because you guys don't suffer too much from that, and I like it because it's new. Probably around 1 or 2 seasons in, I'll turn them off again. But for now, I like it because it's new. It's a completely new design, and it works better and more fun as well, I think. So can you sum up your feelings on an occasion like this? So it's a special day. I can't wait to get started. As I actually said to you guys as well, I can't wait. Are you confident in Huntelaar will perform today? Of course I'm confident. Promesa's lack of match fitness, how long can he last out there? Well, I guess we'll see, right? He'll give us what he's got. Are you confident Martinez will perform today? Of course. Otherwise I wouldn't start him, right? So there we are. This is, of course, the stadium from RKC. My Dutch words coming through there. This is, of course, a stadium from RKC. Let's see what we can do. The first highlight in a competitive game. David Neres on the right side of the field. Can he do something with it? Plays it to Mazraoui. Back to Neres. Klaassen, Huntelaar, Mazraoui. There is the 1-0. Only 1 minute in. That's the perfect start to this save, to this match, to this episode. Everything. That's a beautiful goal, a beautiful team goal, and of course here are the expected goals, which I'm absolutely in love with for the first couple of games. It works beautifully, and I'm so happy they added that. Also, you can see this. I haven't seen this before because, of course, this is the first competitive game, but you can actually see in real time in what position you are and the teams that are around you. So normally I would have to complete league table on one of the two sides, but I don't need that anymore right now because I can see all the changes happening there in what they call the dugout. So RKC have the ball right now at Morfides, but Neres intercepts it or blocks it, probably not even on purpose. Neres now with the ball to Tadic, back to Neres. It is lagging a little bit. I don't know if that's my PC or because the beta is not working perfectly, but that's something I'm gonna look at after this episode. Maybe tone down the quality just a little bit. I've turned off the highlights. I never watch highlights. It doesn't make sense to me because I can see it in real time. I don't need a highlight. Not the highlights, the replays. I mean, I don't need a replay to see it again. I could see it the first time, you know. So halftime, we're completely dominating. As you can see, the expected goals, RKC have 0.03 and we have 0.67. Not completely, how do you say, not convincing yet, but it's good enough for now. I mean, we're leading the game. Hopefully, we'll keep that lead. Look at this. Our short passes are connecting well. Well, that's good. Tadic with the corner, and that's it. That's a penalty. Is he gonna look at the VAR in the first game already? Oh, that's cool. That is very cool, and it is a penalty, and Huntelaar is gonna take it. Oh my god, that VAR decision looks really good. I hadn't seen that in the friendlies either. But Huntelaar scores the penalty. That's 2-0 in the 51st minute, just after halftime. So that should be the win for us, I think. I don't think RKC are gonna do enough against us to score 2 goals, or not even 3 goals, but not even 2 goals either. I think we can win this. Mazraoui is on a yellow card. I am gonna stop him off for. I was gonna say for Kleiber, but Kleiber is injured, so I'm just gonna have to check who I'm gonna stop him off for. But in the meantime, RKC have the ball, but they lose it. Tadic passes it to Huntelaar, but Huntelaar loses it again. This time Top picks it up to Neres on the right side. Mazraoui on that yellow card. Can he go past his opponent? He can with the cross Promes, and there's a 3-0. And that surely does it. Let's get Mazraoui out of there. I mean, are we going? Well, we have to put Alvarez there. Nobody else can play there. Tagliafico. Let's put Grimaldo for his debut, of course. Who else? Let's get Huntelaar out for Pedro. And of course, I hope they implemented that as well. You can make 5 subs. So let's do 3 right now. And in a couple of minutes, let's sub on Anthony as well. And look at that beautiful league table. I had no time to change this, by the way. I wanted to change it, but because I didn't want Huntelaar to take it, but he scored it anyway, so that's good. Nothing to complain about there. And we are in first, as you could see in that league table. Maybe get another goal to secure our spot even more. Klaassen with the ball back to Ta. A lot of space on the right side. Alvarez, who isn't a right back, he is actually a center back / center defensive mid, but could get another penalty here. Another VAR check. What is he gonna say? And it is a penalty. Tadic is gonna take it. Well, I'm fine with that. Let's let Tadic take it. For his first goal of the save. Dusan Tadic with the penalty, and it's 4-0. 71st minute. I mean, I'm gonna say it again. That surely does it for us. Let's get Promes out of there because he wasn't match fit, and let's get Anthony on there and swap him around with Neres as well. And are we gonna make another substitution? You know what? I think I'm gonna leave it like that, or maybe get Blind off because he is a little bit tired, and get Ekkelenkamp on there. RKC do have the ball in our box. They almost lose it, but they bring the cross into the box, but Ola John misses the goal. So it's 4-0. I mean, that's insane. I didn't expect that. I mean, I expect that from our team, but I didn't expect us in the first game to actually do it. Look at that. Let's just pause that for a second. The shot map, Ola John versus Ajax, of course. The expected goals total of him is 0.21, and that's actually the expected goals of the entire team as well. So he's a danger and keeps finding space in the area. He needs to be specifically marked, or at least, do it. So not only will the assistant say this player needs to be specifically marked or closed down, but he will actually say it to one specific defender as well. So this time Jonathan Tah gets the personal instruction to mark Ola John. And now always press him. And there's full time. We win 4-0. What do we do? Outstretched arms. Well done, lads. That was a good win for us. I mean, look at that. Achievements as well. Such a positive result must have become blah 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 blah. Why do I have to decide if they get a day off? I haven't decided that yet. Why would they get the day off after the first game of the season? I mean, it's against RKC. A 4-0 is to be expected from this team. It's a superb win. A single shot on target. Not even a single shot on target. Look at that. A win in your first competitive match. It was a great match, a great start to the season. Enjoyed a good debut. It was a good debut. So that's where I'm gonna leave it for now. I really hope you enjoyed the first episode as much as I enjoyed playing it. So next time, where are we gonna meet again? Oh well, of course it's gonna be Feyenoord, right? It's gotta be Feyenoord. The home game against Feyenoord. 6 matches in between. It is a pretty big gap for the start of the save, but it's the game of the season. So that's the next game I'm gonna meet you guys for. I'll show you guys the 6 results in between by the time we get there. For now, thank you guys for watching so much, and if you enjoyed it, please leave a like and subscribe as well if you're new around here, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.